And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Rumble in the Cage 48 coming to you from the South Pavilion at Exhibition Park in Lethbridge, Alberta. Glad to have you watching wherever you may be on GoFightLive.tv. I'm Marty Basita, joined cage side by Brad the Bonesaw Cardinal. We had an excellent start with the amateur fights, but now it's time for the professionals to get things rebooted here at RITC 48. We send things back up to cage announcer Vince.
We welcome you back to Rumble in the Cage 48, presented by BFI, the second half of the action here tonight. Let's hear it for the amateur bouts that we had already. I am your cage master, Vince from Rock 106. I used to be known as Skinny Drew Carey, and then he got on The Price is Right, and now I'm Fat Drew Carey, I think. We are now going to get into the professional fights here for you tonight. Our next fight brought to you by Inferno Nightclub. In the blue corner from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, fighting out of Way of the Dragon MMA, let's hear it for Blair, Osler.
And this is how we're going to start things off in the second half at Rumble in the Cage 48. A matchup at 145 pounds, making his way out to the cage first from Saskatoon, Blair Osler.
Yeah, Blair Osler, 2-1, out of Way of the Dragon MMA in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Blair with 3 professional fights under his belt. The last one coming in June of 2012 in Lloydminster, an EFC 12 card there. He lost to Derek Abrahamson in a rear naked choke submission, but his 2 victories by submission, so I guess we can look for that, Brad, in this matchup.
Yeah, he's out of the same gym as a fighter we saw earlier tonight, Joe Alisauskas. Put on a really great performance, so I expect good things.
And of course, his stablemate did win by submission as well, so maybe that's what they're working on there versus each other, trying to work their submission game. And Joe Alisauskas did get a nice rear naked choke in his victory over Aaron Ansel earlier in the evening. If you're just joining us, we've had a little bit of everything. The first fight of the night between Ian Odlin and John Nguyen went to the split decision with Odlin from CMC taking it. And from there, we've had a couple of guillotine chokes, a rear naked choke, and a couple knockouts. As always, a little bit of everything here at Rumble in the Cage.
Blair Osler sporting a Superman tattoo.
We'll see if he is the man of steel as he gets ready to fight his opponent.
In the red corner, fighting out of CMC Lethbridge, Steve Jellicoe.
Who will be Lethbridge's Steve Jellicoe, fighting out of the Canadian Martial Arts Center. This will be just his second professional fight.
Yeah, Steve Jellicoe out of the Canadian Martial Arts Center. 1-0, really good submission skills. He's got a great beard, tough guy, very strong for his size as well.
He likes to describe himself, he's from Beatty, Saskatchewan, as the hillbilly brawler from northern Saskatchewan.
That is a very good description of Steve Jellicoe.
Another interesting about Steve is he was a former power lifter. He used to be 200 pounds as a power lifter. Now he's down to 145. An amazing transformation, that's for sure. As we look at the tail of the tape, Steve Jellicoe, 27 years of age. He's 5'9" tall. He weighed in at 145 pounds. Up against Blair Osler from Saskatoon, 29 years old. He weighed in at 144.
This professional bout brought to you by Inferno Nightclub, to be fought in the 145-pound division over 3 5-minute rounds. In the blue corner from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, fighting out of the Way of the Dragon MMA, Blair Osler. In the red corner, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of CMC Lethbridge, make it loud for Steve Jellicoe! The referee in charge of this action here will be Mark Aparicio.
Blair Osler wearing the black trunks with gray trim up against Steve Jellicoe. He's in the camouflage trunks. Mark Aparicio is our official as he gives them some last-minute instructions before this fight. At 145 pounds, a rumble in the cage, 48. Glad to be back going here in Lethbridge, Alberta. And a vicious leg kick by Osler as he's got his opponent under siege. Jellicoe trying to shrug him off that opening flurry. And now a clinch.
Jellicoe did a really good job of defending those punches, though. It was a furious barrage, but he stayed calm and did what he needed to do. Now he's tied him up in the clinch.
Jellicoe tried to trip there to take his man to the mat, but Osler found a way to combat that, and now somebody's lost their mouthpiece, it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like it was Osler.
Osler with Jellicoe up against the cage. A nice elbow there from the Canadian Martial Arts Center combatant. Now he's trying to work an arm free.
Yeah, Osler's working for the single leg. Jellicoe's doing a good job of working that far side Kimura to defend it.
And some big elbows there as Aparicio warns him.
Yeah, he's just making sure he keeps it legal. Those are legal strikes. He's just making sure it stays that way.
Just over a minute gone here in the first round, as Osler is still trying to work that takedown attempt. You got to wonder how much energy that takes from a man. Now he opens up with some right hands.
Yeah, he's staying consistent with those punches. Holding the shorts there. Referee's on that right away. Oh, Steve's got a standing rear naked choke locked in here.
And a quick reversal there from Jellicoe as he looks to lock a choke in here.
Osler's doing a good job of defending, though.
So far now, Jellicoe trying to work it from the other side. Attempted a takedown, but Osler did a nice job of throwing him off his back and now is on top of him, trying to land some right hands. Pushing Jellicoe's head against the mat. Trying to get some right hands in is Osler. Yeah, and he's connected with a couple of those.
Punches are connecting.
Finally, Jellicoe gets full guard.
Steve's trying to set up a triangle choke now, and it looks like he may have it.
Again, a transition here to a choke.
He's got the right angle. This is tight.
Good work here from Jellicoe. Osler in some trouble.
Yeah, this may be over.
And that's the tap. Steve Jellicoe looked to be in a bit of trouble as he was on his back there, but did an excellent job of transitioning to a triangle choke, and the beard comes through with a submission victory here at Rumble in the Cage, 48. Steve Jellicoe improving to 2-0 in the cage, as Blair Osler will now fall to 2-2. And as we have a look at the Feature Productions replay, as we can see here, it was already in tight. Osler's arm trapped as well. And so much pressure on the neck there of Blair Osler. He had no other way of getting out of that other than by tapping out, as Steve Jellicoe is our victor. And we'll send things back up to our cage announcer, Vince, for the official decision.
And now the official result of this professional bout brought to you by Inferno Nightclub. The winner by tap out from triangle choke at 2:26 in the first round, in the red corner, Steve Jellicoe!